.exe, you know? Okay, that game added.
Anyways, somebody help. I tried to take Lantern off, but he doesn't want to go off. He want to do his dance.
But it just showcases all of my problems with the genre in one nice bundle. Also, it uses AI art, which, like, don't do that. Anyways, vanilla.exe blue screens your computer at the end of the game for one last scare. It's also got no reason to be there, it just kinda is. Now, I don't just hate every EXE game out there that does this. I mean, sure, it's kind of a pet peeve when they just throw in fourth wall breaks for no reason, but really, who is it harming? It's only when it starts to cross that line into being dangerous and do things like force your computer to blue screen is when it's starting to go a little too far. It's one thing if it's a silly rabbit game that says your name. It's another thing if it's a silly rabbit game that destroys your family computer. Now, the creator did put a proper warning for the blue screen, which is great, but there's without a doubt a dangerous precedent being formed here. This is the first EXE game I've ever seen do something like this, and I guarantee you more exist out there, maybe even because of this game. I think that we just need to take a step back before we create straight up malware in an attempt to one-up others and try to be scarier. I'm not telling the creator of a game like vanilla.exe to stop making games forever, just to really think about what they're including and if it's necessary. Just a little advice so that we can continue to create these fun and silly games while keeping things safe at the same time. Don't use AI though, that's lame as hell. Moral of the story, use a virtual machine, it will be your best friend. Moving on though, what is a game without gameplay, am I right? It's a .exe game, that's what it is.
Alright, I'm gonna do a dandies run.
Gameplay. Now this is about EXE games. You've heard it all before. Walking simulator, walk to the right simulator, dying simulator, getting sent to the dead zone simulator. I feel like this complaint normally gets used when talking about older EXE games or when people that are not in the community weigh in, but it definitely applies to the modern games as well. PC Port and EYX, considered to be two of the best .exe games, don't even really have that much gameplay at all. EYX has that one portion in the Crystal Lake Zone, but that's really about it. Sonic 2011 once again gets away with it because it's an official remake of Sonic.exe. And if you say that game has gameplay, please play Sonic Mania, your entire world will be changed. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate a little here. Some .exe games can be excused. Not only are most games unfinished, okay, maybe the Tales demo bothers me more than I thought, but a lot of these are more like experiences rather than games. I can't remember exactly what video I mentioned it in, but sometimes I can recognize and appreciate when a creator isn't focusing on gameplay and just wants to make a creepy experience. But at a certain point, is it even a game anymore? Or is it just the same walking simulators we've been playing since Toy Story.exe? As much as I like games like Beat Bowser or Star Fox.exe, they've gotten nothing. That brings up the opposite end too, when an EXE game delves way into gameplay. Take Toy Story 3.exe for example, one of the craziest EXE games I've ever played. It is pure gameplay. Story, platforming, chase scenes, boss fights, it is really fun to play. The only issue is that it kind of just abandons the EXE part of the game. I mean, when Oldham released it, he quite literally just threw in some random jump scares in an update to appease all the people complaining that it wasn't scary. And honestly, at that point, you could just make a fan game. Now, I know what you're thinking. So, Bob, you're stupid and dumb. Focus on gameplay, but also focus on being an EXE game? Well, first of all, what the hell, man? What does that mean? And second, a lot of .exe games have struck a great balance between both. Just to list off a bunch, Executable Education, Mario 85, Frozen Inferno, My Mario Game, Too Late.exe, Left Behind, Sonic.exe The Disaster 2D, Crucius Mortem, SpongeBob Treasure Hunt, Forgotten Waluigi.exe, and El Pendrive Azul. Kind of. Some of those are probably creepypasta games, but they still balance things out well, so it's whatever. I do think you could make good EXE games that lean into either though. Spirits of Hell focuses mainly on rank
This is a really great
which is
team.
super fun. On the other hand, a game like Sonic and Sega Bootleg Collection focuses on the story and unsettling nature of the games, and it still is an enjoyable time. Just be unique with what you create. Try not to have your game just be another walking to the right until you die. Remakes are a little bit different though, because if you're recreating a game as a gameplay, that means you gotta stay true to it. At the end of the day, you do you. I'm no game developer, but as an EXE fan, I feel like I tend to remember the games that are actual games more often. EXE games can strike a perfect balance between horror and game and still fall absolutely flat. Now, mainly the reason for this is because the horror absolutely sucks. Sometimes it sucks so bad it'll kill ya. Please stop trying to kill epileptic people. What's the scariest .exe game you can think of? Got one in mind? Alright. Now tell me if the game contains one of the following. Excessive blood and gore, excessive jump scares, or excessive flashing lights and loud noises. I'd put my life on the line that the game you were thinking of had one of those things. Go ahead. What game was it? Now, this isn't an issue exclusive to EXE games. It's something plaguing indie horror, hell, all horror as a whole. It's just that EXE games exemplify these tropes more than a lot of other horror properties that I've seen. Jump scares in EXE games are without a doubt the most scrutinized. I don't think jump scares should be written off in their entirety. They can work well when timed correctly and not overused, but they should never be the crux of your horror. I'm not going to spend too much time on this point because quite literally everybody already knows this, but excessive jump scares are key. I know, the brave soul was the one to say it first. Loud noises are the same deal. Loud, jarring sounds can work, but only if used in the right spot at the right time. However, when it comes to something like flashing lights, that's where I think the line should be drawn. There are instances where flashing lights work, like certain graphics just move pretty fast, which is kind of unavoidable, but also, games like all turns out the rules for a story is that it was a random Sonic game made with the intention to kill people sensitive to flashing lights. The story of why they have a narrative purpose to be there. However, like 80% of the time, it's just flashing lights for the sake of flashing lights. You can even make the argument that they could be scary, like jump scares or like. And don't even get me started on people who don't get proper warnings for their game. Most of the time, they do. Even the infamous Sonic.xhog had a warning before their flashing lights. At least according to this Kid video it did. But every now and then, I'll find a straggler that just doesn't do it. Now, I want to try and give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're a little younger and they don't entirely understand what kind of harm this could cause to people. So this is my official message to all of the younger EXE developers out there. Please, if you even think you need it in the slightest, include a flashing lights warning. Content creators, on the other hand, this isn't an issue with the games, but I've seen content creators give zero flashing lights warnings before they play these games. Not in the video, or the title, or the description, or anything. It's not hard to do. When a fellow creator does have fans, and even one of their mods tell them that the epilepsy warnings help them a lot, please put a warning, just some text on the screen, literally anything will work. You have a responsibility to your audience to keep them safe by alerting them of what's going to happen. Also, if you're photosensitive and you watch or play .exe games, you are playing a dangerous game, but hey, more power to you. Keep being safe out there. And lastly, EXE games just love to shower the player in good old blood and gore. Once again, not just an EXE problem, but it's a problem that EXE games have bad. Same thing with jump scares or anything else I've talked about. Gallons of blood aren't a substitute for it. I do feel like blood can really assist in helping out with the horror, but you just gotta complement it with something else. And try not to go too far with it at the same time. Also, this should be a given, but don't put real horror images in your games. That one hospital horror game in Creepypasta Land did that for whatever stupid reason. Not EXE games, but still. Also, that one Mario EXE game did it a while ago. is that a lot of these games still like to go all in on the golden boy. I feel like a lot of Sonic.exe games nowadays saw the success of one more time in PC port and said, I think I'll brutalize my characters. That's why people like those games.
Hey.
I think it mostly with the Sonic.exe remakes, which, oh my god, I didn't realize until writing this part just how many retakes and remakes there were. But when people remake Sonic.exe, they aren't always trying to do something new, but instead just trying to increase the brutality. It's the basic idea of style over substance. Sonic.uml, which is a fairly popular exe game, is nothing more than a
I'm gonna show my speed.
It doesn't control great, there's not really any gameplay to talk about, but because it features this gross
I'm gonna run.
brutally killing Eggman and code, people loved it. Like, sure, the Sonic creatures are
Stay
cool
away.
at them, but aren't really doing much at this point. The new One More Time repixel does pretty well, since it's just another Tails demo, but despite my problems with that series, repixel just looks so goddamn insane that you can almost excuse it. But then there's the opposite side, where you try so hard to avoid the EXE tropes that you end up doing nothing at all. Similar to my earlier point of balancing gameplay and horror, I feel like some game devs are too worried about falling into the cliches that people criticize so heavily. One example of this is Crimson Tragedy, a remake of the classic Mario.exe by Cool Rash. Sure, the original Mario EXE wasn't good, it was just your classic Mario Bloodfest featuring Kez Luigi, but Crimson Tragedy just has nothing. No real creepy atmosphere, almost zero blood or disturbing elements, nothing that really makes it scary. It's almost like some creators are scared of having their EXE games be seen as EXE games. Now really, horror is subjective at the end of the day. There's no one thing that everyone finds scary, so I can't just say, this is what you need to do to elicit horror, but I can list off some examples of EXE games that use horror in unique and cool ways. SpongeBob Treasure Hunt and Crucius Mortem both focus on this almost eldritch horror aesthetic, with these fleshy, monstrous beings coming after you. They focus on the atmosphere of the game, which also helps when they do decide to jump scare the player, because it feels earned. Sonic.uix seems like your typical Sonic EXE remake at first with the Tails level, but it just dives into this insane, incomprehensible, almost lucid experience. You can't tell what's going to happen next. One moment the game's shaming you for letting all this happen, and the next you're playing as Ray the Flying Squirrel. Sure, it utilizes things like blood and jump scares in ways that might be seen as cliche, but the game with its cool-ass presentation, new ideas, and general insanity. And the game
Anyways, who wants to type in the chat and talk?
That's the one that uses your printer. Those are just a few examples off the top of my head. I guarantee that there's some EXE games I've never heard of that offer new and exciting types of horror I've never played before in EXE games. Feel free to recommend some games in the comments for me to check out. EXE games can be hugely cheesy with this horror. But I mean, isn't that what we're looking for? Like, sure, they can be genuinely creepy like some of the ones I've talked about, but for some EXE games, it's like watching an old slasher movie. You can recognize how cheesy or outdated or silly the horror is. Sometimes embracing the silliness makes the game better. I absolutely love Hotel Mario 6, and it's complete dog shit. All points in this video are kind of repeats of themselves. I've never written something like this before, let alone worked on a video like this, so it's all pretty new to me, so please compare it. With my four main categories done though, let's talk about what other people had to say about the problems on EXE games. Like for example, I saw a pretty common one that we needed a remake of AdventureTime.exe. I mean, that's what I've been saying this whole time. God damn, where is it? I could go on and on about a bunch of other little nitpicks I've got about EXE games, but instead I wanted to use the rest of the time to discuss what you all had to say about EXE games nowadays. Across YouTube, Twitter, and Blue Sky, I asked people what they thought were some of the issues with EXE games, and man did you have some things to say. Some of them I agreed with, some of them I didn't, some of them I also thought about, and some of them were about how Tails needs to lock the in. I agree, we need napalm bombs immediately. I'll try my best not to include any that repeat what I've already talked about. But without further ado, let's get some more input on this matter, shall we? Also, once again, don't go out and harass anyone I mention here, or else you get the dead zone, got it? Starting off on Twitter, someone says that a lot of them are still Sonic.exe clones, but they just get their stuff from OMT or PC port. I sort of already said this earlier, but he still has a pretty valid point. It definitely feels like these more popular games simply just take the place of the Mist Crimson game from a decade ago, being what a lot of people look to for inspiration in their EXE games. Gamers Workshop said that a lot of EXE games use the trapped souls method of victim getting, rather than self-containing to the characters themselves. While I do agree that we should see more EXE games take place in the universe, I'm incorporating trapped victims or souls into the games, just as long as they actually elaborate on why they're trapped or who they are. For example, I love Sonic 2011, but who the hell is Alan? We never really know by just playing the game. Satsial, I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, says that they are most often installations rather than actual games.
When will a person chat?
But at the end of the day, you'll still die.
Anybody want to see if I do a solo or survive?
I see the point being made here. It's a way to explain why so many games are just walking simulators, and the idea that you'll die no matter what is kind of played out. However, I don't think that every EXE game needs a good ending. Sure, it can benefit certain EXE games greatly, but as long as the journey to your inevitable doom is well told and played, I don't see an issue. Jelly says Tails never lives. Yeah, no, that poor guy never catches a break. Give him his arm cannon, come on. Jackie says that they feel like most fan games either boil down to walking simulators or an average 2012 rage game platformer. None really revolve around the idea of a .exe game. I already touched on the walking simulator stuff, but yes, I absolutely despise the rage game aspects. When I was playing through Spirits of Hell, while I do enjoy the game, I was so unbelievably frustrated at certain parts. Mostly not through my own fault. Other people struggle with this game too. I feel like people who say Nightmare Beginning or Spirits of Hell are the most perfect, greatest EXE games of all time have not actually played the games themselves. They just watch the easy play them or something. Trust me when I say you'll have a completely different attitude towards that game once you actually play the Eggman level. Mari says that to please understand how a classic Sonic game works. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. The controls have definitely been getting better recently, but I've played so many games where it's like Sonic and Mario. I think the Sonic engine is the GOAT, what can I say? SB said that people need to stop clinging to JC Slop and start exploring other ideas. I definitely agree, but I feel like we've already begun to see this. Think about all the amazing creepypasta and EXE games that we've gotten over the past few years, some of which would not exist if not for the original Sonic.exe story. However, I can see where this person is coming from. There's definitely still a sizable chunk of games that fit that original idea too much. Sonic.exe in Area 51 said, give me a fucking Sonic.exe RPG, that'll do something. The day I get to do turn-based combat with Robotnik.exe will be the day I can finally die. Same with what Void Bunny said about a mobile-style Sonic.exe game. Moving on to Blue Sky, criticized EXE parody. Besides the original Sunky.mtag and Squidward.exe by Nixon.
Where's the health kit? It's been 6 floors. It's been 5 floors.
Was there anyone out there who genuinely thought that the praised editions of Toy Story.exe were funny? How about Sonic.exe's dank hideout? Snock.snex in the game, anyone? It just feels like they're always even though some of them were made in the 2020s. Like, MLG humor in modern days is absolutely criminal. But I mean, I can't be too harsh about it. What's really the harm in people making their own silly little parody games? Nothing at all. Mama Luigi said that too many EXE games focus on style over substance. The OMT series being brought up as an example.
Bro. Anyways, I see a dreamer over there. I don't know. but again. So Blot went over here, became human, and walked over here. Then he went under there, then went under there, sit on it, then went invisible with his ink, then goes over here and had fun with the slime. Then he walked over here. Not to anybody. Bro. Alright, Lantern, you distract me too much. You see, Lantern? Lantern is gone because he distracted me too much. Alright. He distracted me too much. Dandy Burgle. You can have Dandy Burgle. Alright, Solo runs as Gigi. Hold on. I need. So Gigi has to have her pairs to get. And she get to the help me gamble without time because chance is on our side. Alright, Chancellor, GG gods, please be my luck today. I force you to be here. I force my kitty to be here. Because we roll. I love how Gigi looks inside her caps. Actually. Gotcha. I can say I rolled that. Anyways. GG is like, you'll always get, like, it guaranteed. you see, like this. I pressed the wrong button. I meant to press something else, like... Thank you. Alright, what's next? Bro. I activated. No. I'll hug him. Any solutions to get out? This. I'll be on this wall standing there. Anybody will type in chat? Gigi says to type in chat. Yeah, it's me, Gigi. Gimme, gimme. Like they say, go big or go home, like my mom. I'll be watching. Gamble without time, because chances on our side. How many? We are home. Yes, I agree. V is. I really love. Don't you agree? I'll follow Boxton to see where he's going. Remember, stalking is only illegal if you get caught. Hold on, guys. That's really more. Bro, you literally almost died. Please say hi. Dandy, we need the health kit. We need the health kit now. We need that health kit now. Dandy, we need that health kit now. Dandy, please. Please. Say Gay Flower, give us health kit now. Say Gay Flower, give us health kit now. Say Gay Flower, get us health kit now. Gay Flower, get us health kit now. We are H. Dandy, give us health kit. Hi. Hi. I hate Dandy. Who agrees? I'm reading chat right whenever I'm playing this game, so that's why I'm controlling my character with one finger. Ooh, I wonder how this feels. No, not today. Not today, buddy. I see a dreamer over there by the water. But I got no. Hey guys, sorry for running into you. I totally didn't run like one lap around the map. Good job. Hi, welcome to the chat room. I'm used to playing as, thank you. Hi. Stop spamming in my chat. Stop spamming in my chat. Or I'll get the whoopee cushion. I'm joking. But seriously, stop spamming in my chat. I'm joking. Please stop. I don't want to get Tegan to ban you. Yep, you're banned. Get to the elevator. I'll get to the elevator right now. Hi. Bro. Not horses. We are tunes, not horses. We are tunes. Not horses. By the way, I'll be streaming all day. How am I gonna drop? This game isn't on Roblox. It's on Roblox. Dumbo. You don't see the Roblox icon. Dumbo. Dumbo, how do you feel, Dumbo? It's the Roblox icon. Where? I'm playing on Roblox, Dumbo. You Dumbo. You little Dumbo. Like, Dumbo. Yeah, Dandy's Road got taken down. I'm playing a modded version of it. Six, seven. Oh, I thought I was walking. What game should we play? What game should we play? I'll do art. Hey, no way, buddy. I'm not letting you see my project. Alright, guys, we're doing a drawing stream for now. I'll draw. Nuh-uh. I'm not letting you see my images. I'm not letting you see my images. Private stuff. This will be a thumbnail for the videos now on. I'm honest. For all the Dandies World videos. I'll host a poll on my videos. What I learned, here's a special astro technique for my style. You can do this, or to make it more fancy looking. Do that. Alright, we're going back to Dandy's world after I sleep. Bye.